sambil bernyanyi, kesuksesan jadi harapan. Aku terjebak di dunia maya, mengejar mimpi yang berkilauan, jadi bintang yang bersinar cerah di layar kaca tiap saat. Di balik monitor aku bermain, game favorit jadi kehidupan, suaraku bersenandung.
Hello world, welcome back again to my stream. I'm Malvelsmith, your friendly neighborhood streamer. Alright teman-teman, halo semuanya. Apa kabar kalian semua? Oke, di live kali ini kita akan lanjutin ya, menjelajah lagi di Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 bersama Babang Henry. Alright. Tapi sebelum itu seperti biasa jangan lupa di like, comment, and subscribe, dan juga share ke seluruh multiverse, dan jangan lupa nyalain notifikasinya biar kalian tahu update terbaru dari channelku. Oke teman-teman, welcome buat yang nonton hari ini dan welcome juga buat yang nonton siaran ulangnya. And please enjoy the live stream and alright, let's continue. Anjay. Oke, ini kita akan menjelajah lagi ya, udah grinding segala macem lah ya pokoknya. Oke, kita beresin quest aja lah ya. Aduh, semoga tidak sentolop kayak waktu itulah ya. Kayak kemarin sih aja, kalau battle sudah susah banget sih ini. Aduh. Alright, mana kita find mood. Oke, masih ya. Kita ke sini dulu kali ya. Aduh, iya lagi, tasku penuh ya, anjir, 809. Tidak, kita harus ke bawah dong kalau ini mah. Ya, jauh bener. Aduh, demit. Ya, bentar guys ya, tasku penuh anjir, aduh. Buset. Jauh banget ini, coy. Jauh bener, buset. Ya, mati lagunya. Bener nggak nih jalannya? Oh ya benar. Hari-hari tas penuh. Berapa ini? 9. Masih pagi, tidak apa-apa. Jalan kaki pagi itu sehat. What the hell? Aduh, ada bandit lagi guys. Bandit kan? Bandit bukan sih? Bandit bukan sih ini dia? Aduh. Oh iya dia bandit guys. Shit. Bandit guys, ada bandit guys tiba-tiba guys. Apain dia anjir? Buset, maling guys dia. Oh wow. Maling doi. Enhance shooting arrow. Oh my god, that nice. Aduh, kasihan banget lihat. Sebisanya loh dia lagi ngejarah orang nih, sikat aja lah. Apa nih? Pak? Hah, apa dia? Halo? Pak?
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. A very important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master by tonight.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another, I can't read. But it was my master's
nggak bisa
beloved
baca.
who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Do you know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea. It must have slipped out somewhere along the way.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
You should have been more careful with it. Losing the one thing you're supposed to deliver.
I know. So I forgot to check my bag this morning, all right? But now it's gone, and I'm fucked.
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too. Because if I don't, I'm in for a lashing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait! I have an idea. Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they took the letter.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punches from you than a lashing from my master. I could tell you to stop when I've had enough. But he wouldn't. So you get why it's better for me to be slapped around by you, right?
Very well then. Defend yourself. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
Seriusan nih. Oh shit, kalau dia mati sih. Ayo pak. Ayo. Tuh sih. Pak, buset dah.
All right.
That was rough.
Do you think that's enough?
I definitely. I'm sore all over. Oh, my mouth most of all.
Glad to be of help then. Take care.
Oke. Kasihan banget, suratnya hilang ya kan. Habis ini harus lewat jembatan, terus lewat jembatan lagi. Nah, ada why this gonna be happen? Apa sih anjir? Ada lebah anjir. Bukan deng, lebih ke lalat.
Hail Mary.
Ya. Hati Pak. Nah, itu dia. Udah dekat. Aduh. Kenapa lagi ini?
Your brother built that fence, and he did it all wrong. He's a complete fucking idiot, he is. Then you should have taken it up with him.
Ntar, kenapa ini? Kenapa nih?
You're not gonna squabble like children, are you?
Keep your nose out of it, all right? This slob here empties his chamber pot in my yard every day.
That piece of yard is mine.
And again, there's a fence.
Rebutan
Which has
wilayah
no
ini,
business being there.
Aduh.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
This is dumping his shit in my yard. What don't you understand?
Except the yard is mine.
The fence is where it is for a reason. For the 1000th time, you saggy-bald whoreson. If you want to complain, go to the bailiff.
And I'm telling you, for the 1000th time, I have no wish to talk to the magistrate when he's your brother-in-law. I'd rather have nails hammered up my ass.
Keep fucking with me, and that's exactly what you'll get.
Wait. Apa nih? Agree on where to build the fan. Useful for the slope of our fan. Astaga.
Look, how about this? You let him dump his shit on your dung pile, and you give him some apples in return. Instead of bickering over that patch of yard, you can share it equally.
What? No way!
He's not getting my apples, not for anything.
Ya astaga. Aduh. Yang mana dimilihnya ya anjir? Yang satu tapi ya bener
If your
sih.
neighbour isn't happy about where the fence is, I think you should try to work something out.
We are working something out, if you hadn't noticed. So stop sticking your oar in and let us get on with it.
Ya sama aja anjir.
You think it's right to pour your piss pot over the fence? Even if it is your land? That kind of stuff belongs on a dunghill, doesn't it?
That's exactly what I'm doing. This prick put his dunghill there, and I begged him not to. My apples are crawling with flies.
Your apples are all maggoty because you're a shite gardener, you prick.
Sama aja anjir.
You're both idiots.
And what's it to you, anyway?
That's the first sensible thing you've said all day. We'll teach you not to meddle in other people's business.
Prepare to fight!
Allahumma. Hai.
Mercy!
Just fight!
I surrender!
You'll get no mercy from me.
Aduh anjir, kenapa jadi kita yang dipukulin?
Show what you're made of.
Astaga, kenapa jadi kita yang dipukulin? Astaga, tolong. Pak, anyone, help. Astaga. Tolong.
You want to try me?
Tolong.
Fuck
Mercy!
you and
I
your
surrender.
Tolong.
Enough! I give up!
Hai.
Didn't see that coming.
I
Hey?
surrender! Enough!
Tolong. Astaga. Kenapa jadi kita yang dipukulin anjir? Astaga. Au. Ouch. Au.
I'll sort you.
Help. Ini pada nonton lagi ya, tolong.
Show your stuff.
Apa sih warga sini suka banget berantem.
I'm all yours.
Bodoh. Cet. Aduh.
Oh, Christ! Shit!
Aduh.
I
Don't
surrender!
try that on me.
Enough!
Au.
Fuck you!
Aduh, gak kena.
Stop beating him.
Aduh, mati kan? Anak orang mati. Aduh,
Somebody's lying here.
What the hell?
tolong.
Hey, did
Pak.
something happen? Wake up.
Aduh, yang ini mati guys. Aduh, mati deh.
Why are you lying here?
Tolong, medik, tolong. Pak ini kayaknya mati deh.
Greetings.
Astaga.
A bandage. Quick. My God. I hope that's enough.
Ya nggak tahu ya, dia yang mulai, sumpah. Aduh, meninggal aja. Aduh, bangsat. Terlalu kuat kita guys. Demit lah. Bu, misi ya bu ya. Aduh, anjir lah. Ya udahlah ya, ntar kita nyimpen dulu ini. Oke. Oh, emang iya. Hmm. Oke. Akhirnya kita bisa lari lagi, guys. Ada Bentar, kita tuh ada buku. Aduh.
Blessings to you.
Yuk, yuk.
Good day. Good day.
I've got that loot for you.
Incredible! Magnificent! Fascinating.
You really got it! Give me that lovely thing so I can fondle her.
Such a noble instrument is just begging to celebrate art and life.
It's like it's saying, hey, with me in your hands, you'll be able to grab any wench you want.
How can you take such a fine thing and abuse it for vulgar gain?
Abuse? No, friend. Put to good use.
Can you even play it?
Ah, there's nothing to it. You only have to hold it and strum.
What's that you have there? Hey, let me see. How the hell do you hold it? Ah. Oh, Anna has tiny tits, like a pair of cherry pits.
Astaga.
Christ, no!
The idiot broke the strings!
Calm down. These things happen.
I'm sorry, but... mate, I best be off now, eh?
Dirusakin.
Shit!
Damn it.
You fucking whoreson! Your ma should have dumped you on the manure heap the moment you were born. What's gonna happen with that loot?
Use it for firewood. It'll burn nicely with that lacquer.
What? Henry, sick him! I mean, give him what for?
Hey, why don't we all just simmer down? After all, it was an accident.
Yeah, of course it was an accident. I was just... I wanted to give it a stroke.
There you go. Now apologise nicely and clear off.
All right. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm so
Forget
giddy.
Forgive me. Forget it.
Now what are we supposed to do? Without strings, it's just firewood, you know?
Our dreams are shattered. The rose-tinted skies of glory are obscured by dark clouds.
Farewell to Kuttenberg. Farewell to you lovely city damsels.
We could replace those strings with new ones, couldn't we?
Look, old pal. Henry himself is offering to lend a hand.
The hunter Vostatek told me once that he made some strings for someone. He can make some for us.
Vostatek? I know him. In fact, he owes me.
Really? Damn. Too bad he doesn't owe us.
Sometimes the price is just too high to pay.
Especially when you ain't got a groschen to your name.
All right. I'll go and see what he says.
All praise and glory to you.
Jadi kita yang repot lagi.
Excuse me.
Ya,
Where's that damned gravedigger?
mati anak orang. Aduh. Astaga. Mana ya sekarang ya? Kita kesini dulu ya. Mana?
Greetings to you.
I'm trying to track down a poacher who's hunting around here.
That's an important mission. But sorry, I don't know nothing about it.
I want to ask you something anyway.
Better me than the neighbours anyway. Especially Pavlik's old woman. Have you talked to her?
No, I haven't spoken to her. Why?
That's good. For sure she and her old man would tell you I'm the poacher.
They would? Why?
Those Pavliks ain't very nice folk. Old Pavlik ain't too bad, but that wife of his... I don't know why, but all of a sudden she thinks I'm the root of all evil.
I see. I imagine it's not easy living next to them. Still, I'd like to ask you a few questions anyway. Maybe you know something that could help.
As you like.
How's trade?
It's going well. There's demand.
Who do you sell most to?
Depends. I take everything to Troskovitz and there I see what's what. But the better hides go for fancy shoes and clothes. Things for the gentry and that.
Where'd you get the hides? From some suspicious fellas in the forest?
No, I ain't like that. I have an agreement with the huntsmen and their hands, who bring me what they hunt. But it's not that often. They don't bring much. And not the best stuff neither. More often they bring me hides from the village. They butcher animals and skin them and everything is processed. I do the hides.
So you're a tanner? Only a fool would think you wouldn't find hides at your place.
Indeed. Trade's good. So I've got a lot of various quality and origin. I don't bother with envious folks.
Okay.
Why did the Pavliks hate you so much?
I don't know. But if Prague was to go up in flames, the Pavliks would run straight to the bailiff and swear it was me what did it.
Did you have some falling out with them?
Nothing I know of. We never talk much. I'm not the kind of fella that's at the centre of things. I like my peace and quiet.
Well, still seems odd to me, though.
You're telling me. At least you don't have to live next to them.
Have you seen any tracks left by the poacher?
I haven't. I wouldn't even know what to look for.
You know, animal carcasses, guts, a camp in the woods.
Ah, I see. No, I ain't seen nothing. I don't go walking in the woods much. At most, I go to Troskovitz for hides. Or to the village here to the north.
I don't know of any village that way. What's it called?
It's pretty far. I call it Upper on account of it being uphill.
Have you any idea where the poacher might be hiding out?
God knows. It's all deep forest, so he could be anywhere. Maybe somewhere close to the game he poaches.
Yeah, that's good thinking. Do you know of any place like that?
Well, not far from here there's a clearing in the hills where we used to go to watch deer. But I don't know if any stags goes there anymore.
I didn't know that. If I can't think of anything better, I'll go and take a look.
But don't get your hopes up.
Thanks. That's all.
Alright. Oh, udah. Na, 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 na.
What do you need?
I'll have a look at your wares.
Coba dia bisa jual apa kita? Oh, ini nih. Aduh, dia miskin lagi anjir.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything?
Lu miskin, Bu. Gak bisa jual, gua kan pengen jual ini. Ada.
Vostatek charged me with rooting out the poacher causing trouble round here. Have you seen or heard anything suspicious?
You bet I have. The tanner's the poacher.
I've already talked to the tanner. He had a feeling you'd accuse him.
Too bloody right.
Poaching's a serious accusation. Are you sure he's the poacher?
I'm sure. He earns much too much coin for an ordinary tanner.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poaching, though.
Mana
He's
ada
rolling in
miskin
it.
itu,
He
gak
can't have
punya
that from
duit
honest
dia.
work. Why else would he head off into the forest every other week, eh? If it ain't him, it's someone in league with him. Someone who lives in Witch's Copse.
Witch's Copse?
There's a path behind our outhouse. If you go along it for a while, you'll come to a cross in the forest. And north of that, there's this big clearing. And Witch's Copse is beyond that. Folk are afraid to go there. It's guarded by old pagan idols.
Interesting.
Okay.
Have you got any proof that the tanner is poaching?
Did you see all them hides?
The tanner's a tanner. So he has hides. What of it?
Exactly. You saw he ain't afraid of putting them on show. Even buckskin. He knows if he puts them on show, nobody'll question it. He wouldn't be so suspicious. But you know what I'd like to know? What's he got hidden in his workshop, eh? Apart from hides.
Have you ever seen the tanner poaching with your own two eyes?
I haven't actually seen him, but I'm quite sure it's
Buset.
him. I just know it. I'll gladly confirm
I
it,
just know it.
even to a judge.
I'm afraid that won't be enough when there's no material proof. Where does your hatred for the tanner come from?
I beg your pardon? You come here asking questions, and you're impertinent to boot.
Sorry. I didn't mean it to sound bad.
Is there an 11th commandment? That I have to love every vagabond who moves in next door? I couldn't give a damn about him, if you want to know. He lives like a king, and he never done us any good. And he's always making nasty faces at me, like, haha, look at you, you beggar.
I understand.
Oh, sirik
He's a
doang
bastard.
nih.
Alright.
Tetangga sirik.
So the tanner does well out of his trade?
Does well. He's on the pig's back, and no one ever made that kind of coin out of tanning hides. It'd be a miracle if he wasn't guilty.
Or maybe he's just very skilled.
Skilled my arse, you numbskull. He's a puffed up idiot, a botcher, and a bastard.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Be sure and check him out. And don't forget he's a crook.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks for the advice and all the information.
You're quite welcome. Justice must be done.
Ya
Take
tapi
care.
harus ada bukti dulu dong Bu. Nggak bisa main langsung duduk-duduk gitu. Itu mah sirik. Ibu ya sirik nih sirik. Ada bekas minum itu berapa?
There's another camp, and I bet that fella can tell me something about it. Nice camp. All these hides and gutted deer.
Eh? Fucking hell!
Gamekeeper Vostatek has been looking for you.
What does he want? The garlic I harvest here?
He wants us to go and see the Troskovitz bailiff together.
I ain't going. I'd rather croak out here in the forest. So keep your distance.
Listen, I want to give you a chance to think again about what you're doing here. You may have had a good run, but that's over now. So take it like a man and stop talking bollocks about garlic.
Kurva. So it really is all over.
We're going to see the bailiff.
All right.
Dapat, yay. Wah, jubet. Buset.
I've got another poaching lowlife for you. He chose the forest round Vidlak Pond.
No, please!
It's too late for begging. You're for the noose.
Gantung lagi. Yo, udah 2 guys. Aduh. Kasian banget ya. Gimana itu kan dilarang ya kan? Oke. Nice.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of... He said he found...
I've seen those.
That we found someone buried. I've been digging up bodies ever since, and that's about it.
That sounds interesting.
Oke,
Excuse me.
kita tuh harus beli ini di si butcher. Oh nggak dia, buka deh.
What would you like?
What do you have for sale?
Nah ini dia, sip.
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
What do you have for sale?
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Thank you.
What are you here?
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Well,
Satisfied?
that sounds really interesting. Very well, then.
Okay.
Glad you found what you needed, Henry.
What would you like, sir? I'll have a look at the wares.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Good afternoon, sir.
What do you have for sale?
Oke. Wah, anjir. Nice banget ini.
Let's talk about the price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht? Why? You'll convince me with that price? Okay. Und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Freund.
Herzlich willkommen.
What do you have for sale?
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein.
Oke. Sekarang kemana? Balik lagi ya. Alright.
Quick. Quick.
Nggak. Mati.
Quick. Go.
Alright. Mana? Bu, si bapak mana? Mana si bapak? Di dalam. Oh, di dalam. Oke. Masuk ya. Si ya.
I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some asshole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised. And now I'll drink to it, I reckon. We can both have a little celebration. What do you say?
I think I'll leave that up to you. You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only proper gamekeeper around here is me. But Nabokov has a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh. And what's his name?
Varel, as in barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nabokov Mill. He's got a cottage on a hill and his eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about if it's still troubling him.
Well, you got me curious. Thanks for the tip.
Well, good sir.
Lagi.
I'm trying to get strings for a loop. And I hear you know all about that.
I do, but it ain't so straightforward. You have to sacrifice an animal for that.
You mean an altar? Candles, mysterious chanting and stuff?
Nah, nothing like that. You just have to get a sheep, find the thinnest gut, and weave strings from it. You can eat the rest.
As it happens, I've got some guts on me.
Christ on a stick! You just carry that stuff around with you? Yes! Well, let's not waste time. Give me the gut here, and wait a while.
Oke, aman. Kita masih ada punya ya kan. Oke, yay, beres. Tidur dulu kali ya. Malam lagi. Ada apa di sana aja kan tidur ya? Aja deh. Nggak jadi. Tidak jadi, kita di sana aja tidurnya. Oke, udah beres ini. Pindah dulu ke Jellyhof. Kita ke Jelehov buat tidur. Parkir sini aja lah.
Like a christening,
I'm as
it'll
check
look
as
like we
you.
brought a puppy to
And at
church.
least I fuck.
Nih
I've
udah
got those
nih.
strings for you.
Ah, how the hills shall ring out in gladness to their glorious sound.
We'll fix the loot and head off for Kuttenberg, fame and fortune. All praise to you, friend.
Right. I hope that's all you need.
If only, Henry, old pal. It's just there's still one little fuck up. Friend, we have a problem. The innkeeper doesn't want us to leave. Says Kuttenberg isn't the place for us.
Can you imagine? He who never set foot outside his village wants to block 2 free souls in their path to fame.
And fortune.
And recognition.
And under the skirts of town maidens.
Beast. In short, dear friend, you must have a word with him. You're worldly wise. He's sure to listen more to you than to us.
Hang on. How can the innkeeper keep you from going anywhere?
Well, you know, he's incapable of grasping that the artistic soul needs to fly as free as a bird.
Aye, he's an
Ignoramus.
Besides, we owe him a bit of coin.
Well, why don't you pay him back then?
That's just it. We'd love to. We could always scrape together a few groschen.
But it's not coin he's after. He wants us to work off our debt.
He lets you two drink on credit?
Because he's a damn crook.
He knows we can't pay back our debt outright, but he counts every wretched sip we take, and
Well, why don't you just up and run for it?
sully our honor? Never.
And also, the innkeeper would tell the bailiff and he'd come looking for us. We don't want to end up in the stocks.
Why do I have to be the one to solve it for you?
Because we don't have time. We have to concentrate on composing our songs.
Believe me, friend, once we get to Kuttenberg and make a shitload of coin, we'll pay you back double.
Tell you what, tenfold.
I'll have a word with him, and we'll see what happens.
That's the spirit.
Let's drink to that!
Kita yang kerja lagi mana ini deh.
I hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and I'm still waiting. There's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swolfed down sausages till they were as greasy as a cart axle.
Can't they just pay what they owe you?
This has nothing to do with the coin. Those two need to learn some responsibility. Damn their idle hands. Nothing can cure their laziness but labour.
So, haul some sacks and empty the latrine. And then the debt is paid?
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously got off their asses, they'd still manage to rack up another debt in no time.
What is it Michael and George have to do to pay off their debt?
Haul sacks of chaff to the wagon and empty the overflowing latrines.
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George?
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's under cover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two owe me.
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big. Cleaning out the privy is going to be a nasty job.
Easy udah lah
Well,
nih.
now, everyone should be satisfied. Good trade makes good friends, eh?
Bagai dibayar aja mau.
Stop that!
Dasar.
Interrupting my train of thought. The miners there are well aware of the silver in the rocks.
Remember, I've squared things with the innkeeper.
Our savior. We knew you'd support our artistic souls and...
May your name live in glory.
Your glory shall be sealed by the song we wrote for you.
Oh my God, what have you done?
Fuck yeah. For you and about you, our hero.
Aduh, jangan lagu ini lagi dong, please. Astaga. Buset, 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 buset.
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly
I'm
the
just
words.
joking. Right, you ready?
Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job. Good? Right.
When it seems you're out of luck,
There's just one man who gives
Henry,
a fuck.
My hero Henry.
a friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be?
Well,
Ludiak?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh. Watch out, watch out, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. I can't hear you in the back.
When you want to string your lute and trumpet with your back drum,
Who will pull a sheep gut out through the creature's rectum? Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man.
his fellow man.
Henry, let's drink to Henry. He gets the job done the best he can. Yeah!
Masih lucu aja ini, aduh, astaga.
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic? I tell you, that loot really gave it a punch.
I'd say we were incomparable. Chi la dura la vince. You can't keep a good man down. The world awaits us.
Awaits us with open arms.
Nice.
Absolutely great. Amazing. Breathtaking.
Ha ha! I knew it!
If our first song is so successful, just imagine how our next one will be received.
We'll conquer the fucking world!
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything. It's time for us to shake the dust of this God-forsaken place off our feet and seek our fortune in the big wide world.
Gutenberg, here we come!
New life, here we come.
I wish you good fortune. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
If you come to Gutenberg, you will surely hear of us. Farewell.
Farewell.
I'll have a jug of wine. God be with you.
God bless you. Udah, beres, beres. Mana enak ya? Aduh. Kita belum lanjutin itu ya, kesana dulu kali ya. Oh, Kasih mood dulu kali ya. Aduh. You see a figure on road ahead. Brownie, heavily armed, official wanting to something. He adjusts the star. He doesn't notice you yet. Aduh.
Come here.
Bandit.
My. What have we here? Nice armor. How about sharing with someone less fortunate than yourself? With me, perhaps? Take it off.
Oh my god.
How dare you stop a nobleman? It's no surprise a lowlife like you doesn't recognize me. So you will let me pass, and I won't send my troops after you.
Whatever you say, sir. Safe travels to you.
Oh, thanks to God.
Good
and the
haul, that
Blessed
was.
Virgin.
Apa? Awas bandit pak, dia bandit dah. Berani-beraninya dia ngancam kita, guys. Ya, astaga. Someone with hostile intention. He got in your right. Oh my lord.
Fuck you, son. Alert! Alert!
Aduh, apa lagi ini tiba-tiba? Astagfirullahaladzim. Masih bandit-bandit nih kagak belajar apa mereka ya?
Go to hell! We're under attack!
Anjir. Itu doang. Buset dah, nggak nyampe kita ini.
Quick! Go! Go!
Kemana nih? Itu. Ini terus kanan. Dari sini lurus terus sampai ada jalan ke kiri ya. Nyampe belum? Oke.
Go!
Nah, ini dia. Mat, mana sih Mat ya? Ya, apaan tuh?
A ravaged deer. It looks as if they were dragging it somewhere and it's snagged on something here.
Eits. Oh enggak, kaget. Apa ya? Agak ada apa-apa. Oh ini.
They were trying to drag this poor thing away somewhere. They can't be far from here.
Oh wow, ada goa anjir. Ah, itu dia.
What?
Hai. Oh my god, ketemu guys ya.
Mud. Come here. Good boy, good boy.
Aduh. Ah, ini kawanan serigalanya nih. Oh, anjir, apa ini mah? Oh, goblok, kaget. Anjir banyak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Astaga. Aduh, di belakang juga ada lagi.
Get it.
Sick!
Sini kamu. Aduh anjir. Mat. Hey. Nice. Awas. Mat, awas. Aduh. Awas. Ah, susah banget. Aduh, sebenarnya mampus tuh. Dapat sini, Mat.
Mat!
Sini, Mat. Aduh.
You little flea-ridden furball. Where have you been? What's that? Those wolves have turned you wild. Do you want to go back there? Or are you going to stay with me? I'm glad to hear that. So, we'll get down to work then, eh? There are a lot of things we must do. So, tell me, did you like it over there? Did you meet a pretty she-wolf over there? No, I'm just playing around. But did you miss me at least? What? You didn't? Did you forget about me? Ah, so you're just kidding me, eh? I think that's enough. It's great to see each other again, but it's time to go. I agree. Said like a true knight.
Alright, let's go. Dapat guys. Hihi. Yuk. Dapat companion kita. Akhirnya beres, guys. Tinggal invader sama Miri Vejata. Aduh, mana dulu ya? Sana sih jauh. Ini ke sebelah situ. Aduh, ke sana ya. Ya, mau nggak mau kita ke ini dulu, guys. Wedding. Kita kesini dulu kali ya, Jelejov dulu ada si ini nih. Aduh, kita mandi dulu lagi ya. Nggak ada lagi dia tidur. Udah malam, kemalaman. Ya udahlah, kita ke ini dulu aja.
Go! Ka! Ka! Da! Ka! Da! Go!
Are you blind?
Ka! Quick! Go! Quick! Ka! wonder what their names were.
Ntar kita tuh, aduh.
Go!
Si Mat mana?
Quick!
Sorry.
Good.
Gelap banget ini anjir.
Go! Wow.
Anjing gelap banget ini, nyelip gue lihat apa ini? Oh.
Perfect place for a little nap.
Laundry-nya di bawah, gimana cara ke bawahnya anjir?
Nice. And peaceful.
Paksa kita tidur dulu lah guys. Apa?
Here, Mutt.
Oke, kita ke Bandon Pihak.
Praise the Lord. You feel like he's looking at you, but it's nothing but paint on plaster. Nothing more. You're only saying that because you don't have any.
Is there something you need?
All right. Let's go. Ya, masih tidur anjir. Hampir aja. Anjir, pas banget. Ngapain lagi? Pagian guys, kita datangnya guys. Oh, itu tuh.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm here then. You said in the alehouse that you could do with a helping hand at the forge, didn't you?
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What's your name? Henry?
That's right.
You said something in the tavern about being a blacksmith's son, didn't you?
Aye, that's me. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Take care, friend. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up with a good bucket. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Works the bellows. You can tell the temperature by the colour, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw colour we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
You have a kind master, eh? What?
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer, there you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
You silly doggy.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work. It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Aamiin, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Aamiin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Aamiin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Aamiin.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. But these days, I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Aamiin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Aamiin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
Care, friend.
Come here.
Akhirnya dapat kamar lagi, guys. Oke, kayaknya udah pada bangun deh yang situ.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well...
Here. Plus a bit on top.
Many thanks. Pleasure doing business with you. Take care, Henry. Thank you. And come again, Henry.
I will. Kalem, gue masih punya banyak ini.
I'm glad you found what you needed, Henry. Take care.
No, buset dah. Cuma ngejual 4 biji doang. gak ada laundry. Apa di sini laundrynya ke sana ya? Anjir lah. Sekutan yang tadi.
He'll be the laughing stock of the whole region.
Can I spend the night here?
We're not set up for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me. And all right, I'll pay. I hope that'll be enough.
Thank you.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep up there in the barn. But be careful, the ladder is all rickety.
You're having problems with the Zheliovites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. They've been nothing but trouble for years. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, so no one could get out of their house. And last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed in my beer barrel.
Gracious. I hope you got your aim back on them.
Not yet, no. But since you're here, I've got a plan you could help me out with. I'd pay you well. You can count on that.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. But I'll tell you exactly what I have in mind, only after you promise to help me. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and tell the Zheliovites right away.
Well, if you've got it all figured out, why don't you do it yourself?
Right. And who's going to run the inn in the meantime, eh? Besides, everyone in Zheliov knows us. If someone from here shows up there, they'll get suspicious.
All right. I'll help you.
Listen up then. Old Olbram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Zheliov, has this beautiful bull. White as snow he is. The finest animal far and wide. Obviously, he's very proud of it. Very protective, too. Now you, will give his beautiful snow-white bull a nice new coat of paint. Olbram is going to lose his mind. Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh? That sounds like fun.
Right. We just have to work out a few details. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village, but you can try and ask Bartoszek, the tailor in Trotskovitz. I hear he dyes his own fabric. And after that, we'll have to make sure the bull stays still while you're painting it. Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. I hear he can make some kind of sleeping potion. If you pour it in the bull's water trough, I'm sure it'll do the trick. But watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put at least 3 doses of the potion in there.
All right, then. Olbram's bull will be getting a new coat of paint.
Olbram's going to lose his mind. I can't wait. And remember, it's supposed to be a joke. If you get caught or something goes wrong, the whole thing will be ruined.
Right. So I need paint, sleeping potions, and to not get caught.
All right.
Why do you and the Zheliov lot hate each other so much, anyway?
It's their fault. They keep playing tricks on us. Olbram's the worst of them all. The nasty old codger. He's always coming up with ways to mess with us. He's the one that stole our pasture.
What pasture did they steal from you?
The one that stretches from the orchard behind the Takov down to the gamekeeper's lodge. It's been ours since time immemorial, but the Zheliovites took it from us.
And how did they take it from you? You can't exactly stuff a pasture in your purse and walk away with it.
Save the jokes, will you? This is fucking serious. There's a tree down by the gamekeeper's lodge that marks the edge of our land. My father, God rest his soul, was there when they agreed on it. He got a proper ass kicking so he'd remember it, and remember it he did. But then fucking Olbram came along, claiming it was the other way around, and that pasture belonged to Zheliov.
Well, can't you all just reach some kind of agreement?
Do you think we haven't tried? But there's no talking to the Jellyevites. Year after year, we meet in that pasture. I tell it like it was, but Oldbrum always starts spewing his lies. Then we end up arguing until the sun sets. And when the Jellyevites are at wit's end, they come at us, and nothing ever gets solved. We managed to convince them to at least give us back half the pasture. But I know the whole bloody thing belongs to us. We can't just leave things like this.
Then how did they take it from you? You can't exactly stuff a pasture in your...
Save the joke, there's a tree. My father, but then
Well, that's a tough nut to crack. Have you tried asking Lord von Burgoth for help?
Of course, but he'd have none of it. He said it's up to the Trotskovitz bailiff to sort it out. But the bailiff couldn't care less. He said we should deal with Oldbrum ourselves, or he'll have us caned and clapped in the pillory.
What's new around here?
You should pay a visit to Old Mouth sometime. He's our local storyteller, you know. He could tell you all sorts of interesting things. I have some here to sell, if you want. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. What do you have for sale?
Ya, miskin juga dia.
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
Come here!
Look what I have for you.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Project said you might know something.
Did you get tired of blacksmithing and take up farming instead? I just happen to know of something. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you don't just give away. You're in the trade, so I can tell you. Listen up, then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
That doesn't sound too complicated. Thank you.
All right.
Greetings, sir.
People call you the Mouth, right? They say you tell all sorts of stories.
I'm no mouth to you. My name is Denyek. Got that? What do people call you then? Bughead? Arseface?
I'm sorry, Stenyak.
Pleased to meet you. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary, but it's a lot of hard work for me? Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
How can I know if it'll be worth it?
If you don't believe me, ask anyone. They all know me in the village, and they all know I'm good.
So they all sing your praises, even if you stutter?
So what kind of story would you like to hear?
Tell me a sad story.
Wise choice. What's more, when people cry, they get thirsty. So then they need another drink, and sometimes buy me one too. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself.
But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice.
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one." But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down a hole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Okay.
That's so cruel. Aye. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
Nice.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
But why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. See you later.
Okay, the axe from the lake. Aduh, oke, kayaknya kita harus nge-save dulu nih. Oh ya nggak bisa. Oke, let's go. Kita ambil dulu chatnya. Sana dulu ya.
Gather round, good men, so you can avoid danger. Hear what I say about the greatest...
Greeting. That's a beautiful bull you've got there. You don't see an animal like that every day.
Aye, and nothing is the finest animal far and wide. He wasn't cheap either.
What's an animal like that worth, anyway?
A big, strong bull like him, and pure white too. At least a dozen cows. No, make that 2 dozen. That's why I keep a close eye on him. I have the barn guarded all night. Say, you're a bit too interested in a nothing. What's this about?
I'm considering buying it from you, but only if it's really worth it.
I see. But I'm not like ain't for sale. You'll have to look somewhere else.
You know, I haven't been completely honest with you. I wasn't asking about the bull for no reason. Procek, the Takov innkeeper, wanted me to take some paint and paint on it without being seen.
On my nothing? That fucker! I saw him, but I see you're an honest lad. I can appreciate that. Here, take something for your trouble.
Thanks. I was happy to help.
But still, the paint on my bull? Procek won't get away with it. Would you like to help me? I've got an idea. One that would piss Procek off beyond belief. I'd make it worth your while. Trust me.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Listen up then. Those naughty Takovite bastards
Tapi memang harus pilih salah
have
satu
this
itu
nice
ya.
maypole in their village. They're so proud of it, you'd think it's a gift from the king himself. Especially Procek. Nothing would teach them a lesson better than stealing it and putting it up on display here. Just to spite them.
So all I have to do is take their maypole and bring it to you?
Aye, exactly. But be careful no one sees you take it. It'll be even better if they don't even know it's missing. Besides, if they catch you, they'll beat the shit out of you. So be careful.
All right, I'll be careful. Thanks.
Excellent. But even if something goes wrong, don't go clobbering anyone over the head, understand? All I want to do is piss Procek off.
You want to do what to him?
Piss him off. You know, mess with him. For stealing our maypole and our pasture. But remember, no violence, all right?
Of course. I wouldn't hurt a fly. You can count on me.
But go ahead and talk to Procek. At least you'll see what an asshole he is.
About the Takov maypole.
Ask away.
Well, you don't need me for this, do you? Just send one of your farmhands.
It's not that simple.
Maypoles are a big deal in these parts. We had one here too, just like in Ofcourse. But those Trakteerites stole ours. And our fella didn't manage to steal theirs. They got their arses kicked too. That's how it is every year. They're very proud of the maypole, but they won't be expecting a stranger like you to steal it.
I reckon they'll be guarding the maypole, eh?
Aye. They're proper careful and keep a good eye on it. You'll have to be thoughtful and outsmart them somehow. But that shouldn't be too hard. That Ducko lot ain't the brightest. Ask around. See what's going on over there. You'll figure something out.
Do you have any idea how I'm actually supposed to steal it?
What we need is the reach. That's the important part. I reckon you'll have to climb up and chop the top off.
All right. Climbing up there should be no problem.
There you go. I like your enthusiasm, but I reckon climbing up there will take a bit of time. So be careful none of those tackle fools spot you.
Oke, malah dibalikin lagi ya kan? Kita dapat quest baru lagi. Frog. Oke, berarti kita ke mana dulu ya ini ya? Apa nih? You see poor block on the road surrounded by wolf. They're closing in. Oh my god.
I want it tastes good. Trust me. I'm washed in a week. Fuck you,
Die.
son.
Die. Anjing masih ada.
Fortune is on my side.
Udah aman.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
Enggak. What the fuck?
What the hell got into you? Do you want me to report you for assault?
Wait, no. Hang on a mo. I don't know what came over me. That happens to me sometimes. I just see red and I have to swing at something. My parents were slain by marauders right before my eyes, and when it comes back to me, I just get in a foul temper.
Couldn't you find somewhere else to lose your temper? I won't report you, but you'd better go somewhere and cool down.
Holy shit. That was a close one. Thank you. I'd have been shredded to pieces if it wasn't for you. Jesus Christ.
It was nothing, really. The main thing is you're safe.
Nothing? No. I have to repay you for your bravery. Here, take it. It's not much, I know, but it's the best I've got. And thank you again.
Alright, udah dapat 40 guys, lumayan.
Prices low, I wouldn't make ends meet.
Damn it. It's always ordinary folk that...
Blessings to you.
Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, Mann.
Nah, lumayan guys.
Good doggy, good boy.
Here's got a flow. Good afternoon.
What's the latest news in
Nothing much, and I hope it stays that.
Oke. Ya ada point of interest di situ, cuma gue nggak tahu apaan.
Greetings. I'm glad you found what you needed, Henry.
You silly doggy.
What a nice maypole. It'd be a shame if something...
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
I'll say the best in the country.
No.
Because it's the only one. We toppled the one in Zhelyov. They never saw it coming. Nobody gets the better of us, even if they do. Henrik will raise the alarm and we'll kick their asses again. Well, my friend.
Good day.
I think
Feeling better?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay. Why is this all so...
Tah di mana sih anjir?
Folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella.
Oh ini.
And what can I get for you?
That's a beautiful maypole you have there. You don't see that every day. I reckon all the other villagers must envy you.
They sure do. Them Zhelyevites try to steal it, but our fellas kick their asses. Why are you so interested in it anyway?
I'm from a small town myself, and I can appreciate a nice maypole. I remember having to guard it every year.
Tell me about it. A real headache it is. But for a good cause. Sorry. I'm just a bit on edge these days. And if someone had bad intentions, Henrik would show them how we do things here in Tachov. That's the one thing he's good for.
I wanted to ask about Henrik.
What about him?
Did he do something to you? Sounds like you're not exactly fond of him.
Aye, I'm not. He's been getting on my nerves ever since he got together with our Manka. I'm afraid he'll mess with her head and run off with her. Just like his bloody brothers did.
Where did they go?
What do I know? One day they just packed up and wandered off. Their village wasn't good enough for them, I reckon. I wouldn't mind if someone went and beat the thought of Manka out of his head. Maybe someone not from around here.
Why not? I could manage that.
He's not much of a fighter, but I reckon if you call him a vagrant or something, it'll surely rile him up. And I'll remember you did me a little favour.
Alright. Tuh maypole tuh.
So, this is your famous maypole.
Greetings to you.
Tar dulu. Kan pakai ini, coba ya. Aku takut dia mati anjir. Save dulu kali ya.
How's it going?
It's shit, to tell you the truth.
How come?
Because I have to guard this bloody maypole. And then there's... Ah, never mind.
What did you want to say? Sometimes it's better to share your troubles. Two heads are better than one, after all.
I mean, if you say so, it's about Manka. I'm sure you've noticed her.
Oh, it's hard not to notice her.
Exactly. Me and Manka love each other, but her parents are against it. They forbid her from seeing me. We went to a dance together in Troskowitz recently, but when they found out, they were furious. Now they're keeping close watch over her and causing problems for me as well.
Well, they can't be watching her all the time, can they? Just go out late at night sometime.
We've done that a few times, but we can't now. There's no time for it. This year, they want to keep the maypole up until harvest.
Listen, I've got an idea. How about I stand watch in your stead for one night? You and Manka can go somewhere in the meantime. Nobody will know.
You do that for us?
Of course. It's nothing.
All right, we have a deal. Ask Manka and let me know what she says.
Henrik, what about your brothers?
What?
No, it's just that I've been hearing some interesting things about them around town.
Pah, let them talk.
Why did they leave?
I'm not sure. This place isn't too bad, but I reckon they wanted to see the world. Penna left after Pa died, and Rudlin right after Ma's passing, so I was left here alone.
And where did they go?
Hard to say. One said he'd
Gila,
head
ke
towards Prague.
doang ya.
The other
Ke
decided to
Prague
go
kayaknya
wherever
bagus
his legs
banget
take
kotanya deh.
him. But as for where they are now, I've no clue. They both said they'd return in a year, but they never did. I hope I get to see them again.
I hear you've got wanderer's blood, and you're getting ready to leave. I'm a bit of a wanderer myself.
This again?
When you say show, do you mean run away?
Come on then! You ask for it! I'll show you!
Alas ya.
You Gee! Oh, fucking hell! Letting myself get riled up like that again. All of you can piss off and take that maypole with you.
Oke, oh gitu caranya, bisa kayak gitu atau bisa langsung digini.
I'm too conspicuous during the day. Better to try at night.
Oh, semalam. Oh iya bener. Sorry.
Well, thanks for
Miskin
nothing,
lagi dia.
Henry.
Ambil lagi apa yang murah-murah ini. Ini. Terus ini. 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 Oke.
You silly doggy.
Nunggu malam. Human Camp.
Stay. I need an axe.
Aduh, buat apa? Wah, mau ditebang nih kayaknya nih. Duh, kok nggak ada aks lagi.
Well, I'm about halfway done.
Coba X-nya harus yang gini atau yang gede? Kayaknya yang gini deh. Oh alah, harus naik. Ya ampun, dikampak atasnya. Oke. Hahaha, dapet guys.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings, Master Guard. Say, I have this fancy maypole from Takov here if you're interested.
My God! They're going to slit themselves! Nobody's got them this good in years! You're a champ, Henry! As soon as I saw you, I knew you had it in you. I promised you something, didn't I? And I'm a man of my word.
I wouldn't expect anything less. And one more thing that might put you in a good mood. You know Henrik?
Of course. He's the one who beat up my fellas last time they tried to get the maypole.
Aye. Well, this time he's the one that took a beating. He was pretty surprised.
Well, look at you. Beating up a strong man like that. That takes more than courage. I'll give you a little something extra for that.
Thanks, Olbram.
Dapat lagi.
It was my pleasure.
What do you say we pull one more trick, eh? I'd make it worth your while, of course.
All right. Why not?
Great. Now listen up. Let's really ruin their day, shall we?
I'm all ears.
Them Takovites grazed their sheep near the pasture they took from us. And you're going to scatter their sheep into the woods. What do you say? They'll have to herd them all back. I reckon they'll be proper pissed off.
All right. I'm sure they won't be happy about that.
That they won't. But that's not all. Project's beloved son is in charge of the sheep now. You'll make him look like a complete moron.
Project's son?
Aye. Project is in charge there. He gives me the most grief. And they all care about his opinion. If it wasn't for him, this whole bastard thing would have been sorted a long time ago. On top of that, he thinks his son is gifted and that he'll be a bailiff somewhere one day. Nothing will piss him off more than seeing his son be the village idiot.
All right. That's a good plan.
Of course it is. I came up
Hujan besar kayak di sini. Hujan lagi.
doing the worst thing soon. If you manage to drive the sheep through the drying laundry, I reckon they won't be too thrilled about it. I'll even give you an extra reward.
Say, Olbram, how am I supposed to lure away Project's son?
You'll figure it out. Actually, wait. I've got an idea. Flip this into his food, and you'll see.
What will I see?
It's what I give to my cattle for bellyache. Project's lad is going to sit all over himself. And while he's gone, you'll be able to chase off his sheep.
All right. That sounds like a plan. I'm on it.
Great. But same as before, all right? Don't go killing anyone, and don't get caught.
Buset dah. Just the sheep out the pasture. Soil. Oh. Ada kayak buku, gua ada buku. Military sword. Okay. Oke, aduh, suruh apa lagi nih? Astaga, kira udah beres. apa ini ya? Cup of laundry. Sana. Aduh, udah pagi ya? Jam berapa ini? Ya ampun, udah subuh guys.
Mutt!
Oh. Wow. Oh, ini kambing. Sampai mana ini? Cepet ada yang lihat. Ayo sana. Ke hutan kayaknya, Bagus Mat. Ayo Mat. Ayo mau kemana kamu? Sana. No, sana. Hehehe. Tinggal yang ini apa ini ya? Oh, harusnya ke sana dulu sama kambing-kambingnya. Udahlah ya. Opsional sih tapi tuh. Maple itu di situ.
Ave Maria.
Mana si Obram? Woi bangun, buset. Bangun deh.
I'm done with the sheep. Well, I scattered their sheep. That's all I could manage.
You did great, lad.
Thanks, Obram.
Don't mention it, but you could be even better. With my help, of course. They say I'm a good teacher. And listen, one more thing. We'll be meeting the Tacovites soon to discuss the pasture they stole from us. I'd like you to come with us. If you're not against it, then...
So, what else do you have in store for those Tacovites?
I'll tell you, friend. We're going to meet the Tacovites in our pasture and try to sort it out. And if we don't get through to them, we'll kick their arses. Will you come with us?
Why not? I've already stolen a maypole and scattered some sheep.
You will? You're really in it with us, up to your ears. We meet in the pasture regularly. I try to explain everything to Project. I suppose we'll fight then. Don't worry. When the Tacovites see you...
Wouldn't you and Project rather make up? You've had the pasture split in half for years, and it's worked so far, hasn't it?
You're starting to sound like the Toscovite bailiff first. He kept wanting to get involved. But to say the pasture ours in front of the Tacovites, that he won't do.
But what if I talk to him? Maybe I can convince him to help us.
I wouldn't bet on it. Last time, he...
You know what? I'll go have a talk with Thrush.
All right, but be quick.
Oke. Hah? Gimana maksudnya? Oh, talk to Bailey. Oke, let's go. Oh ya, lupa. Belip, tolong, ada yang mau berantem Belip ini, ada yang mau tawuran. Ayo kita stop tawuran. Ada yang mau tawuran ini. Belip. Mana Belip? Ah, oh ini ada ini guys. Seperti mana? Oh ini dia nih.
I'd like to apologize
Kita
for
belum
that.
minta maaf.
Lord Capon is a bit hot-headed.
That capon of yours is and you fought like a lion and all.
But you were better.
Aye, but in any case, as far as the two of us are concerned,
Right.
you can see I'm not some idiot, can't you?
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the Gelioff innkeeper is your man. Take care, friend.
Okay, thank you. Mana dia anjir?
God bless you.
Gak keluar doi. Nah, ini dia.
I came because of the arguments between Takov and Zhelyov.
What happened this time? Did old Bram piss in Project's ale barrels again like last year?
No, but they're getting ready to meet up and beat each other up.
Let them do it then! Maybe a few knocks to the skull will do them good. And they'll leave me
Bukan
alone.
gitu, Dodol. Ayo kita beresin. Oh, ampun.
How did the arguments between the Takovites and Zhelyovites start, anyway?
What do I know? I was a young lad back then. But it's all because of that bloody pasture. Both villages claim that it belongs to them, but nobody has any evidence. So they split it in half, but neither side is particularly happy about it.
Shouldn't you find out who the damn pasture belongs?
Why should I?
I'm sure you have enough worries as is.
That it would. Bandits are running wild. How the fuck am I supposed to find out who the pasture belongs to? I looked in the Chronicle. Things like that tend to be there. But Bailiff Brada, who was here before me, must have been a lunatic. You'd have to be mad to make any sense of that book.
Then let me have a look. I may not be mad, but maybe I'll find something you overlooked. You won't have to worry about anything.
You want to touch such a rare book with those filthy peasant hands? Have you lost your mind?
Astaga.
Filthy peasant hands. Do you know how many books I've read? And I never fold corners. If there's anything actually useful in the Chronicle, I'll find it.
Fine, have it your way. Maybe you'll manage to make some sense of Brada's bullshit. But if I find out you've even opened that book too harshly, you'll have me to answer to.
What's new in the cap?
I was just visiting. He said
I've seen...
that we found I've been, and that's about.
That sounds interesting.
Oke, kemana kita?
Would you like?
How are things?
What would you like to hear?
Oh, Troskovich.
And why? I think.
And what's your
von Berg, just like.
Who's this Chamberlain Ulrich?
Ulrich von Schaumburg. You see, as the royal chamberlain, so Ulrich is actually something like.
Are you from here?
No, I'm not.
So what are you doing here?
The plague and a spell. The plague took most of my relatives to their maker. Bailiff Thrush offered me a good position here.
Oke. Mana bukunya? Mana bukunya? Oke. Yang mana sih? Mana bukunya? Nggak ada guys. Di mana bukunya? Mana yang mana bukunya anjir? Oh ini. Okay, the summer blah 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 blah. But you know what? Okay.
This Latin phrase looks important. Otherwise it wouldn't be written in red, would it? Fecit ordinem in regione ope clavi ferre. To bring order to the region with the help of an iron nail. That should help me.
Why the long face? Iron nail. Apa tuh? Terus kita kemana? Okay, let's go.
Go! Go! Go!
What?
Stay.
What?
Tadi gua ngeliat ada yang main pedang-pedangan. Holy shit. Ya ampun. Masih kambingin dan yang ini. fucking bandit.
Come here.
Di mana ininya? Border nail and pass to border nail. Border nail apa border nail nih? Astaga.
Track.
Aduh, di mana anjir? Oh alah. Pohon-pohon guys, tapi yang mana pohonnya anjir? Ini kali nih. Ah, ini nih.
Ah, here's the damn nail. Right in the middle of the pasture. Olbram and Procek won't be happy.
Ini lebih ke Takov. Yang ini berarti ke Jaleho. Kayaknya sih ya udah sih, biar di tengah-tengah aja kali ya.
I think I'll leave the nail where it is. I've already gotten more involved than I should have.
Oke, balik lagi.
Jesus Christ. I finally found the damn border between the Takov and Zhelyov parts of the pasture.
How the hell did you manage that?
I found it in that chronicle of yours. It wasn't easy, but we can finally put an end to all that endless fighting.
Oh, about fucking time. So then, are you sure you found the right place?
Definitely. Bailiff Brada took iron nails and used them to mark the border so that people wouldn't forget where it is. One of them is in the oak tree on the pasture.
That's nice of him and all, but he could have fucking told somebody about it. Who can make sense of those writings of his? At least old Brahman Project will leave us alone now. Go to them, and when you all meet in the pasture, I'll ride over and settle this nonsense once and for all. And if those two start arguing again, I'll be hammering nails into their arses instead of trees.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Shit. Can we sort this out on our own? Or do I need to get the bailiff involved?
Sorry, let's make a deal.
How dare you? We won't put up with thieves here. You'll give everything back and pay compensation.
What the hell?
Listen,
Kenapa?
I feel a bit awkward about this, but the truth is...
Ah, for Christ's sake. Keep it and keep your seat.
Lah, sebisanya.
All right, I'm ready now.
Excellent.
Bang, kita nyuri apa anjir? Tiba-tiba.
Well, Zhelyevites, did you miss us?
Of course they did. I reckon they hardly slept a wink.
Can you blame them? I'd rather come and get a beating than hang around in Zhelyov too.
You see? They're provoking us again. There's no use trying to negotiate with them.
There's nothing to negotiate, old man. The pasture is ours, and that's final.
Bullshit! You know right well that I got smacked around as a child in that orchard, right over there.
You know what? Now you'll get smacked around here too.
Enough! Does anybody here have anything better to do?
Trust? What are you doing here?
This shouldn't concern you, bailiff. We'll just beat those bastards' asses and go home.
Sort them out, bailiff. Put a stop to their nonsense once and for all.
I won't tolerate this nonsense in my territory.
Tell that to the Zhelyevites. Maybe they'll finally get it into their thick heads that this pasture is ours.
In your dreams, you Takovite swine!
Kurva! Be quiet already!
You're both wrong. The pasture is split in half. From here to that oak over there is Zhelyov property, and from the oak on, it belongs to Takov.
We're supposed to share with them? Ha!
How do you know? You're not even from around here.
But unlike you, yokels, he can read. It's all there, black on white, in the Troskovitz Chronicle. So you'll obey it and finally give it a rest.
They've done so much to hurt us. They should have to make it up to us. Make them pay.
None of that. They're the ones always provoking us. You know what? Let's give them a nice final bashing.
Oh my god.
Knock it off already. Haven't you had enough of all this senseless arguing over the years? All those worthless problems and wasted time? Can't you just shake hands and make up?
That's right. From this point forward, this dispute is over. And if I hear about anyone causing trouble again, I'll have you all clapped in the pillory. Together. Now pack up and go home.
Well,
mantap.
Are you satisfied?
Not in the slightest. You?
Now, I hope the Takovites and Jellyovites won't be at each other's throats for a while.
I can hardly believe it. I'm sure Lord von Berghoff will be delighted with how I handled it.
How you handled it?
Aye? With a little help from you. True enough. It's nice that someone deals with problems instead of making more for a change.
Ah, don't mention it.
Leave it off. We've got our good name back. Since you did so well with the Chronicle, I have another book of knowledge for you. I didn't get much out of it myself, but maybe you'll find something revealing in it. That's a damn fine reward, don't you think?
My word. Thank you.
Nah, beres guys. Aduh. Akhirnya konfliknya selesai juga, konflik perbatasan. Kita balik ke Kharkov dulu. Oke. Oke, let's go. Kita save dulu. Oke. Oke. Dapat buku banyak banget. Let's go. Aritmatik, geometri, buset.
Have a kind master. Hey, doggy.
Box blood. Oh ini box blood portion. Oh satu. No, bak blast mah udah belajar kita guys. Ya ampun. Aduh, ya oke lah guys. Kalau begitu guys, sampai sini aja live streamnya ya. Kalau gitu, thank you sekali lagi udah nonton, udah mampir ya. Jangan lupa di like, comment, subscribe, dan share juga ke seluruh multiverse. Kalau begitu, ya udah, sampai ketemu di live stream berikutnya guys. I'm malvelsmith, your friendly neighborhood streamer, signing out and see you again. Bye bye.
Aku terjebak di dunia maya, mengejar mimpi yang berkilauan, jadi bintang yang bersinar cerah di layar kaca tiap saat. Di balik monitor aku bermain.